Welcome into the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Chase Sr. No matter where you are or how you're tuned in, greatly appreciate all of you for making the 49ers Report a part of your day. Mailbag on tap, and also some eye-popping defensive numbers that we have to take a look at. It's all presented by True Classic Tees. 25% off your order if you head to trueclassictees.com/chat. Enter the promo code chat for that deal to apply. So coming up on today's show, these 49ers defensive stats will absolutely blow your mind, and then we're going to take some questions from some of our loyal subscribers. So this 49ers defense really has been absurd to epic proportions so far throughout the first month of the season with what they've done from a coverage standpoint, a blitz component, but also getting after the quarterback without sending home a blitz. So the 49ers defense so far really has been special in a couple of different categories where they've been able to generate a pass rush, limit points on the scoreboard, but also not really relinquish much through the pass game or the run game. Last 3 games, they've given up 1 touchdown. 1 total touchdown in today's NFL is almost unheard of. The defense also giving up an astounding 11.5 points per game. How about rushing yards per game? 73.2. We want to talk about how all of these rule changes are catering the offense, especially through the air. Not San Francisco with this pass rush, with this linebacking core. Dre Greenlaw was balling out against the Rams. All-Pro Fred is All-Pro Fred, and the secondary holding up on the back end. How about the emergence of Diamador Lenore? 161.2 pass yards per game. That's why I think the Niners can thump the Carolina Panthers on Sunday. And then total yards per game, just 234.5. How about the pressures generated against the Los Angeles Rams? A lot of them, all led by the best defensive end in the NFL in Nick Bosa. He had 14 of them. Charles Omenihu had 5. Samson Ebukam had 4. Dre Greenlaw was all over the place. I think he had like 17 tackles against Los Angeles. 3 pressures generated against Matthew Stafford. So too did Hassan Ridgeway. Fred Warner, Kevin Givens notching 2. And then Drake Jackson, Demo, and Emmanuel Mosley all with 1. I also really like how DeMeco Ryans mixed up some of the looks. He faked the blitz. He brought the pressure. He was bringing in guys from that safety spot and that slot corner. He was running a lot of those twists up front as well. And the Rams had no idea what was coming throughout that game. And really, no offenses throughout the first 4 games have had an idea of what's coming from DeMeco Ryans. And let me tell y'all this while we're here and on topic. Enjoy DeMeco Ryans while he's here, because he's not going to be here in 2023. If DeMeco Ryans does come back in 2023, we might have to party for hours on the Niners Report, because this guy is the best defensive coordinator in the NFL and also has the proper leadership skills and tap of the locker room to at some point be a coach and be a very, very good head coach. So enjoy him while he's here, because we saw Robert Saleh and what he did. He got that head coaching job. Now we see what DeMeco Ryans is doing. He ain't going to be here long, folks. Cherish him while he's here in the Bay Area. What's also crazy about this Niners defense that makes you stand back and say, oh my goodness, are you for real? Or like Nick Bosa does, really? Reinforcements are on the way. Jimmy Ward and Jason Verrett expected to practice this week for San Francisco. So an already stacked, loaded defense with premier talent is getting reinforcements and starting caliber players on this defense that we haven't seen throughout the first 4 weeks, because Ward and Verrett were on IR. San Francisco, you got yourself a hell of a defense with this organization, and the faithful has to be pumped up. If you think the Niners are the number 1 defense in the National Football League, show me by hitting that thumbs up icon and liking the video. Coming up next on the show, going to take some of your questions. I see the Super Chats coming in as well. Rick continues to be a legend. First, though, True Classic Tees, our presenting sponsor. And with True Classic Tees, I like them because of the versatility that they have to offer for your wardrobe. You can really switch it up with True Classic Tees, whether you're wearing a golf polo like this with some really awesome material, or also rocking a shirt if you need to. Promo code CHAT, if you use that link right below me, trueclassictees.com/chat for that deal to apply. And these shirts are really tight in the arms, tight in the chest, but a little bit loose around the stomach. So these shirts can really highlight your best attributes. They're designed for men of all shapes and sizes, and we have you hooked up, whether it's one of these t-shirt packs, these golf polos. Shoot, they sell pants and they sell shorts as well. And the athletic material, phenomenal. I run in those almost every single day. So promo code chat, trueclassictees.com/chat. We'll put that link in the comment section and the description of this video. All right, some super chats to get to. Rick, what a guy. $50. Don't need to drink a beer, but I had to just get us to $100. Okay. All right, my guy. I do appreciate that. Rick, hey, you're the man. See, we party hard, we go hard, but also the coverage doesn't stop. And it's all thanks in part to viewers like all of you and Rick who continue to support everything that we're doing. Anthony with the $2 super chat. I hope that Jimmy Garoppolo is consistent all the way to the Super Bowl. If he is, this team can win the Super Bowl. If Garoppolo has a career year and plays better than he did last year, in which he was actually one of the more accurate and better quarterbacks the back half of the year with this defense, barring any crazy injuries, knock on wood, had to look for some wood, then this defense and this team as a whole can be really special if Jimmy Garoppolo plays really, really well. Sela, $10 super chat, tees up for Huff and our defense tuned in from Canada. Sela. Hopefully I pronounced that right. If it's Sila, tees up for sure. Talanoa Hufanga, all-pro caliber player up to this point. Hanif Razak, what up, Hanif? 49ers record predictions for the rest of the season, also stats for Jimmy Garoppolo. So I'm going to continue to stay right at that 11-win mark. So the Niners would have to go 11-6. They've already lost 2 games. So 4 losses from here on out. Look, there's no reason for them to not reach that mark. Some difficult games coming up against the Kansas City Chiefs after the Niners take on the Panthers as well as the Atlanta Falcons. They do have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have the Los Angeles Chargers. Some of those games going to be difficult, no doubt. But I do expect the Niners to be around that 11-10 win threshold. Jimmy Garoppolo's stats, he completed like 66% of his passes last year. Let's hope that he stays around that mark. He's never been a big touchdown guy, so I don't know, 22 touchdowns to 10 picks. That'd be pretty good for Jimmy Garoppolo with this run game and complimentary defense. Ellis 10 is back. $2 super chat. Appreciate it, Ellis. If Jimmy Garoppolo gets San Francisco to the Super Bowl, should they re-sign him? It's going to be a huge question mark for this team going into this offseason. If Garoppolo ends up playing really well, the Niners go on another deep run, it'll be just one of the more wild storylines in the NFL because of the playing question marks with Trey Lance, but the injury question marks with Trey Lance. Maybe they bring him back. Nothing would really surprise me at this point. The Niners, they've shown a lot of trust in Jimmy Garoppolo. Rick, another 10. Too bad the reinforcements weren't coming by way of quarterback. Yeah, so this team is deep. They are loaded. They have elite players basically at every single position on this team. Like even Charvarius Mooney-Ward is playing awesome. Emmanuel Mosley's balling out. This linebacking core, the safeties playing great. Offensive line has exceeded expectations. Defensive line, we already know about them. They're the most thin at quarterback, and that happens to be the most important position. Sela, do you think we'll ever get another Frank Gore at running back type of player? They've been looking for it. They used a 3rd-round pick on Trey Sermon in 2021. He's not even with the team anymore. He actually ran pretty well with the Eagles on a couple of carries during Week 4. Ty Davis-Price was another big back. He got injured. Elijah Mitchell hurt his knee. He's probably 6 weeks away from maybe returning off that sprained MCL. The problem, Niners run a physical brand of football. I like it because I think it helps you win games when the weather gets tough, when the games get a little bit slower in the playoffs. You do pay a penalty for playing that style with guys going down, but hopefully at some point they get that bell cow back to lean on week in, week out. Wet Noodle 187. What is your season-ending standings for the NFC West? Right now, the Rams and Niners are tied to win this division. I believe the odds are plus 125. I think the Niners win the division because I think they're the best team with the fewest amount of holes. So they go, let's say, 11-6. The Rams probably win 9 or 10 games just because they're going to have the better quarterback on a lot of occasions. I think that the Seahawks are still going to be bad, even though Geno Smith wildly has outplayed Russell Wilson so far this year. They're like a 5-6 win team, in my opinion. Arizona Cardinals, I have them chalked in for like 7-8 wins. I don't think that team is very good, and I think Cliff Kingsbury is going to be looking for a job after this year. Evan Hinders, should the Niners play Marlon Mack? I was surprised that we didn't really see any of the other running backs last night outside of Jeff Wilson and Deebo Samuel, who is the wide back. Like, we didn't see Jordan Mason. We didn't see Tevin Coleman. Marlon Mack, I don't even think he was active on Monday Night Football. I like him as a back, but obviously Shanahan really likes Jeff Wilson. And how about that 32-yard touchdown in which he looked really, really good? That was an impressive play for him as the Red Sea opened up for him to take it to the cribbo. Real one, roll call. If you made it this far, you're subscribed to the channel. You continue to support everything that we do. You get those questions in. You're all about that viewer participation. Then that allows you to get filed as a real one. Get your real one shirts under the merchandise tab on the YouTube channel if you are a real one. But either way, you're all the best. 49ers support coming at you every single day. Wouldn't be possible without the real ones.